Hello, welcome to SnowRunner. Decided to record a quick tutorial with the DR87 on how to recover the Neo Falcon 2000. And then, all you have to do is deliver it to here, so really the only challenge is getting it out of the swampy area. Already pulled it out of its initial position by this tree, only to find out once I got it right here. The Scout 800 that I started with doesn't have the power to pull it through the mud, even with its top 5-liter engine. So here we are, back with Old Faithful, the yard. And in order not to lose any fuel that was in it, I just drained that into my Scout 800. I'm going to basically pay for a fuel repair back in the garage. But sometimes it can be beneficial to at least repair the suspension on a vehicle you're trying to recover to make its recovery easier, even if it's not part of the contract. As far as scouting is concerned on this map, or I should say this region, both these maps, you'll go to places where it's very easy to drive, and then also you'll just get places where scouts will just come to a complete stop and want to start moving. It's someplace I really recommend for higher level scouts like we are here. I'm assuming the F-750 or Lone Star 1700. And as such, I tried to get a video showing what the Neo Falcon would be capable of in terms of pulling supplies, but it didn't really work out, so then it hit me. I'm going to have to take it to another region that's more scout-friendly just to test it with various engines and tires and see what it's truly capable of. One thing to note, however, is with its spare tire, it cannot pull, so you have to remove the spare tire if you want to pull a scout trailer. To be honest, the other thing that kind of surprised me about this is kind of where I'd expect to have to brought the burlap out of. This seems a little much for how this scout vehicle is. I wish it had swapped places with where the burlap is on the other map, because that's a relatively easy recovery. Which kind of fits this vehicle, it just kind of seems a little surprising. One good thing I'll say is it comes stock with all-terrain tires, which is nice. I wish they did that with some of the bigger trucks that you can get that are already in the game, particularly the Freightliner 114 SD in Ontario. Oh, it'd be so much easier to get it out of that area it's in if it had all-terrain tires instead of highways. just shift here in auto, and now it's just a quick drive to the drop-off point. So we probably can stop right here and, I don't know, put some fuel in ourselves. That sounds like a good idea. So just always bring some extra fuel with yourself. And now on the road, we're not going to need the all-wheel drive. I was debating whether to switch to all-terrains, but I didn't know how bad the mud was going to be back there, so I figured I'd just keep the muds on just to be on the safe side. But I do at some point want to drive around with the all-terrain tires on the yard just to see how it does. I guess the reason they call it a rare vehicle is because it's not common to this area. It just seems like an interesting title for the contract. I mean, technically it's the type of vehicle you'd expect here, where you do need to have some off-road capability. Well, there's some hit points. But it's based on a vehicle made in India, which is interesting, so maybe it's just kind of a play on that this is supposed to be a vehicle that's not native to Scandinavian, so that's why they call it a rare vehicle. I'm just kind of guessing. I don't really have an answer to this question. But anyway, here's our drop-off point. And thank you for watching.